Yes, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. My name is James. Sorry about that. Basically what I want to do, my coat. Lovely, that's much better. I feel much better now. Anyway, good morning everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. How are you? I hope you're all well. Today's video is slightly different, and that is because, one, it's not being uploaded on a Friday. Today is Thursday, but this will be videoed and uploaded by next Wednesday. So that's the first difference, as well as it's not a trucking vlog. This is a sit down video. So yeah, I hope you're all well. I hope everyone's doing all right. I hope you've had a good day, good week, good month, good evening, whatever you're doing or whenever you're watching this video. But I hope you're all right. So before we get into the video, I'll just introduce myself. My name is James. I'm a 23-year-old trucker, truck driver, lorry driver. And I am from southwest England, down in Devon. All right, nearly the bottom of the country, but you still got Cornwall to go, so I'm not quite there, but yeah, that's where I am. Okay, so yeah, that's me. I've been doing truck driving now for, this is coming up, this summer will be my 4th year in it. So I started when I was 19. I'm a class 2 driver, not a class 1. I just haven't got my class 1 yet. Looking into doing that eventually, but at the moment I'm alright. And also, before we get into the 5 positive and negatives into being a HGV driver, please go and check out me Instagram, alright? It's Trucking with James, and I post on there pretty much every single day. So if you're curious as to what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, go and check that out, please. I'd really appreciate it. As well as go and follow the Band of Truckers UK group that I'm in. Their Instagram is here as well. It's Band of Truckers UK. Please go and check that out as well. We'd really appreciate it. So obviously today's video is the 5 positive and negatives of being a HGV driver in 2022, or just in general. Do you know what I mean? Got my little sticky notepad here. I've noted some stuff down. Do you know what I mean? This is preparation. Okay. I'm going to be reading that obviously, but so basically we're just going to get straight into it. All right, I'm going to go positives first, then negatives afterwards. Okay, number 1. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 positives and 5 negatives. So positive number 1, okay, is customers. Now the reason I say that is because customers, in my opinion, can make a massive difference as to how you feel about going on with the job. Okay, so obviously you get a mixture of really bad customers, okay, you know what I mean, the rude ones, the people who don't really give a crap about you, and the good customers. Okay, the good customers are what can really make a difference in terms of being a HGV driver. Okay, so what I mean by that is when a customer is nice to you, chats to you like a normal human being instead of just a driver, it makes you feel very, very good. Okay, it makes you feel so much better when you can just stand there and have a chat with them. Okay, sometimes we don't always have time for a chat, all right, but what I'm saying is a good customer makes all the difference. Okay, I've had 4 good customers today, not a bad one, and I am in a bloody good mood. All right, it's been a very good day. Okay, so moving on to number 2, other views, right? So I'm down in Devon, okay, so I get very nice views down here anyway. So when you're driving along and it's just like you just got a clear view of everything, like today I'm in North Devon, so driving back I've got some lovely views, all right, and you're just looking about and you think, bloody hell, this is nice, you know, and that alone can put you in a good mood. It really can. So yeah, that's positive number 2. Positive number 3 is I've noted down your own boss. Basically what I mean by that is, yes, you're driving for someone, you're driving someone else's lorry, and yes, someone else is telling you, aka your boss, is telling you where you need to go and deliver. But when you're out on the road, that's when the majority of the decisions basically come down to you. You make the majority of the decisions, and something about that I actually really enjoy. I couldn't sit at a desk for 9 hours a day. I really couldn't. Like for example, today I encountered a customer, really nice bloke, by the way, made me a sandwich, but I encountered him and took it to his house, but he wanted me to take it to his yard. I could not fit the lorry down the road where he needed me to take that. He really wanted it at his yard, but I made the decision not to do that because I thought that was in my best interest and that would keep the lorry and the whole situation as safe as possible. I could have got stuck, I could have damaged the lorry if it was too tight, and therefore I decided not to do it. So the fact that I got to make the decision, it wasn't more of the case of, you're right, boss, you know, I've got a delivery to do, the guy wants me to take it down here, what should I do? And if my boss would have turned around and said, you know, well, you got to do it, then, you know, I would have done it, and then I would have gone down there and possibly damaged the truck or got stuck. At the end of the day, you're the one driving the vehicle, you're the one who makes the decisions, okay? So that's number 3. That was 2, that 3 I meant, yeah. Okay, so number 4 is the experiences. So different lines of work have, you know, you get to experience different things. So when I first started being a HGV driver, I worked for Gregory's doing pallets. Now the experience in that was rubbish, all right, and I have to be honest here, it was crap. All I was doing was going to farms 5 days a week, going to town centres and going to places I really did not want to go, okay? And I did not like it. It was not good. The experiences were crap, and that's that. Okay, so ever since I got this job, I've been working for PSB now, which is a scaffold supply firm, for 2 years. I've got to do some cool stuff. Like for example, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I high-abbed a load of scaffolding on top of a roof. Okay, that was pretty cool in my opinion. You know, I found that pretty cool. And that to me was an experience. And a few months ago, we were delivering down Falmouth docks, and I got to see some of the cool big yachts that were down there. Okay, that again to me personally is an experience, and it's cool, you know. And in terms of being a HGV driver, there's obviously other lines of work. So you've got international work. The opportunities for that and the experiences you get to have doing international work is ridiculous. So in different lines of work, there's different opportunities and different experiences that you get to, well, experience. So that is my number 4 positive. Number 5 is the weather. Okay, today is bloody miserable, but when it gets to summer, that's when you really love being a HGV driver, okay? Especially if you've got aircon. If you're in a truck without aircon, then I'm sorry, okay? That's all I have to say. But the weather can make a huge difference as to how you enjoy the job, okay? So summer, I'm in like my happy place. The summer makes all the difference. When you're out driving, the sun's beaming, the sky is blue, it's hot as hell, and you get a good tan on your right arm, you know, life is good. Life is pretty good. So they were my 5 positives, okay? We're gonna move on to the negatives now, and I'm curious as to how long this video is actually gonna be. Negative number 1 is exactly the same as my positive number 1, which is customers, okay? So customers, again, like I said before, can make a huge difference as to how your mood goes about, you know, during the day. So if you've got a horrible customer, which I've encountered many in my lifetime, in my lifetime of 4 years of driving a truck. Customer, you know, if you get a really bad customer who doesn't respect you, doesn't appreciate what you're doing or anything like that, that can really ruin your mood for the day. And in fact, I actually know someone when I first started with Gregory's who came on the apprenticeship. A customer had a massive go at him because the customer wasn't happy with his service. Maybe he'd done something wrong, I'm not 100% sure, but the fact that the customer had reported him and really wasn't happy with how he did things, he left the industry. He's not even a truck driver anymore. I think he was only doing it for about 4 weeks. So, you know, a bad customer can really ruin things and really ruin your mood. Number 2, in terms of being, you know, the negative points of being an HGV driver, is the gear cost. Now, what I mean by that is, well, this, ready? This here. You see this? This is a truck sat nav, okay? This isn't even a good truck sat nav, okay? It's you know, it's all right. It does me fine. But a lot of people have much better sat navs than this and cost a lot more. So a truck sat nav, if anyone knows what they are, obviously you probably do. But truck sat navs are, you know, they record, you can put in your vehicle height, your width, your length, and your weight per axle, blah, blah, blah. And it shouldn't, I mean it does, but it shouldn't take you down the roads that you can't go down, okay? Now, what I mean by that as well is that cost me £270, okay? If I was a van driver, I could go and pick up a TomTom or Garmin sat nav for 40 quid, okay? Because I wouldn't need to know the vehicle height, the length, the width, the axle, the maximum gross weight, etc, etc, okay? So they are ridiculously expensive. Yes, they're very good, but a lot of people cannot afford them. In fact, I took that out on credit because I couldn't afford it when I first started, and I'm still paying it off. Other gear, you know, just stuff in general, you know, a decent pair of boots are not cheap. If you go and buy a £25 pair of boots, they will rip very soon, okay? A decent pair of sunglasses, not cheap. You know, if you want to vlog, a camera like this, not cheap. A pelmet, which I've got up here, 25 quid just to put a curtain across there, you know? The stuff isn't cheap, but you sort of just got to suck it up. If you want to be a truck driver, you got to pay your way. Number 3, in terms of being the negative points of being a HGV driver, is the traffic, okay? The traffic can really put a downer and really put you in a bad mood. I have had some very raging moments just because of traffic, and it has ruined my day. Yeah, it's not your fault that you get stuck in traffic, but some idiot up there has decided to crash their car, and it's ruined everyone's day, okay? Especially yours. Ruined your day, okay? I need to adjust this. But yeah, traffic is one of the worst negatives, 100%. It, you know, for example, coming past Stonehenge, one person slows down to see Stonehenge, and that backs all the way up, and that screws the whole road up, okay? Traffic is awful, and in fact, I want to leave this lay-by pretty quickly because I can see traffic, okay? I can see traffic building up very nicely. And the last negative for me is the weather. Same as positive number 5. The weather, today is gloomy, today is very wet, very rainy, and I have been soaked today. I got soaked yesterday. I didn't get soaked the day before. I got soaked for about a week before that every day. Yes, you do have time to dry off in the cab, luckily. If you do a multi-drop, chances are you're going to stay wet for the majority of the day because you're in and out of that cab. Whereas today, I've been driving from here back to the yard is about 2 hours, so I've got plenty of time to dry off before I do get back. But again, like, you know, basically the opposite to a sunny day. A sunny day makes you very happy. A rainy day makes you very miserable. You get colds. You just feel like crap when it's raining, you know? So, yeah, that's a negative for me. The tacho. That, actually, is number 5. That's number 5. Okay, I missed that. Tacho is number 5. So weather was number 4, tacho was number 5. So the main reason as to the negative side of a tacho is you have to stop for a break if you've done 4.5 hours driving. Okay, before you finish your 4.5 hours driving, you need to stop for a break. Personally, I could go a lot longer than 4.5 hours driving without being tired, you know. But I understand the tacho rules and I understand why they're in place. But, you know, why 4.5 hours driving, you know? Because, for example, if you drive 4.5 hours, you can drive legally for 10 hours, I think it's 2 or 3 days a week. So yeah, okay. Basically, it's annoying, alright? I'm trying to think of a reasonable explanation as to why it's a negative, but it is, you know? Sometimes you can really screw your day up if you haven't had a break in time. And I just think they could maybe be a bit more lenient with the whole tacho. For example, upping it to 5 hours instead of 4.5. That would make a lot of difference, you know? 6 hours working time, you know, that's fair enough. 6 hours is a long time, and I always have my breaks in time. But I'm just not a big fan of the tacho, really. You know, I think they could be a bit more lenient in terms of some stuff, but that personally, I'm just putting that down as negative because I'm not a fan favourite. You know, I just want to drive my truck and carry on going. But you know, if it's legal requirements, then it's legal requirements. You know. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now because I've got 5 minutes left on my break and I want to go. So yeah. They were my 5 positive and negative points of being a HGV driver. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. Again, go and follow my Instagram account, Trucking with James. I'd really appreciate it. And follow. If you're a trucker, I'll probably follow you back because I like trucking pictures, alright? But, yeah. I hope you did enjoy. If it helped anyone, please comment. If you think I'm wrong about anything, then please comment. I'd actually be quite interested to see your point of view. But, yeah, I'm going to end this here. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.